Hey guys, I filmed this get ready with me just so that you guys could see kind of what the steps are that it takes for me to put on this face. I was a little bit all over the place, but I hope it doesn't detract from the video too much. I really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Hello everyone. So I know I decided to call this a get ready with me, but as of right now, I'm making it a tutorial. So right now what I'm doing is I'm pressing the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer all into my T-zone, and then what I'll do is I'll take my Real Techniques brush, and this is the buffing brush, and I'll spray my Mario Badescu Rose Water toner all over it just to sheer out my foundation. And I am using the YSL Touche Éclat foundation in the shade B50. And what I like to do is I start in one part of my face and then I'll move upward. So you'll see I'll start with my chin, I'll put a few dots on, and then I'll take my brush and move in just small circular buffing motions to really get the product worked into my skin so it looks nice and smooth. And just a heads up, every single product that I mention in this tutorial right now will be listed down below in the description bar with links if I can find them at Sephora or Amazon or wherever. So anyway, as you can see, I'm just making my way upward. I'm putting it on my forehead. I'm getting real close to my hairline because this foundation does not exactly match my skin tone. It's like a touch lighter because I did tan when I went to Mexico a few weeks ago. So I'm really trying to get it blended into everything. And you'll see I'll put it on my neck and blend it downward so that my face doesn't look like starkly white compared to my very tan body. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking any leftover foundation on my brush and just kind of buffing it around my face to make sure that everything looks very smooth and blended. And so now at around this point I realized that I forgot to bring my concealer, so I'm just using any leftover foundation on my brush to kind of act as a makeshift concealer. Right now I'm using the Lorac eyeshadow primer. I don't remember what it's called, but if I find it online it will be linked down below. And next what I'll do is I'll take my MAC Studio Sculpt Defining Powder in the shade Light Plus on this fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I'm just dusting this all over my lid so that any dark shadows that I go in with don't cling. Now I'm breaking out the Tartelette palette just to use the shade Force of Nature, which is a perfect transition shade for me. It's just a little bit darker and warmer than my normal skin color, and it works wonderfully to help blend out other dark shades. Now I'm taking my Lorac Unzipped palette and using the color Unspoken to darken up my crease. And I'm using the exact same brush that I used for the previous color just because I'm lazy and I don't have time to clean all those brushes. I think blending technique is really important to creating a great eyeshadow look, and my favorite way to do it is to use kind of windshield wiper motions and go from inner corner to outer corner, and then use small buffing motions to go in circular motions just to diffuse the eyeshadow out. So now I'm using the darker color from the Lorac palette, and it is in the shade Unbridled, and it's kind of like a dark maroon color. It's so pretty. You always want to start light to dark when you're applying eyeshadows. It doesn't matter what technique you're using, light to dark is always the way to go. I'm trying to think of an exception, but I really truly cannot think of one, so trust me, light to dark, can't go wrong. I will continuously use that color Unbridled in my crease and then go back with my transition color from the Tartelette palette to help blend it out. And now for my favorite part of this eyeshadow technique, I am taking my Becca Opal highlighter and I'm actually using it as an eyeshadow to put all over my lid. So I'm just using a flat brush that I got from Sephora, I think, and I'm just using Becca Opal completely dry. I didn't put any eye drops on it to intensify it. It is that intense on its own. And I'm just going to pack it all over my lid to create the most amazing lid color in the world. I love doing this technique of using a highlighter instead of an eyeshadow because I think highlighters just have so much dimension and it looks really truly beautiful on the eye. Then to soften up any harsh edges that I create, I'll just go back in with my transition shade. And now to supplement my lack of concealer, I'm going to use my Cover FX contour kit, and I'm going to use the shade number 1, which is kind of a light yellowish highlighting shade, and I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and my chin to kind of highlight the planes of my face so that when I go in and contour later, it won't look weird and muddy. And I'm just using a damp beauty blender to blend everything out. I'm not moving the product around. You'll see me just tap it on the areas that I put the highlight on, and that's so that my highlight doesn't move, because if you move your highlight around, it defeats the purpose of contouring. So now I'm going to set all the highlighted areas that we used a cream product on with my MAC Studio Sculpt Defining Powder in the shade Light Plus. And this just helps the cream products not to move, and especially under my eyes, it won't crease, which can tend to happen. Even if I didn't use concealer, I did use foundation and those cream products, and it could crease. Now I'm using my Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm Cosmetics that I recently got, and I love it. I have to say, it looks very natural. And what I'm doing here is I'm using a Makeup Geek contour brush, I believe, and all I'm doing is I'm carving out my cheekbones, and then I'm also bringing that contour shade up to the temples and then on my forehead, just to even out that contour. The most important part of contouring is definitely the blending process. So you definitely need to take your time blending with any kind of product you use. Cream, powders, bronzer, and eyeshadow, whatever you're using as your contour or bronzer shade, you need to definitely take your time and blend and just be patient, because otherwise it's going to look kind of ridiculous. Now I'm going to do my lower lash line, and I'm taking the color Unbridled from the Lorac palette, and I'm just putting that very tightly, not on my waterline, but on my lash line on the lower corner of my eyes. And then I'm using a pencil brush from Urban Decay to gently diffuse it outward using my transition color from the Tartelette palette. Now I'm highlighting the inner corner of my eyes using the white shade. Hold on. It is called Undercover from the Lorac palette. And I'm also using that matte white color to highlight my brow bone. Now I'm going to put on some blush, and I'm using my Becca Blushed Copper. I believe it's limited edition, but I know it's still available at Sephora as of today. And I definitely have to make sure to tap off the excess because this product is very pigmented. And when you apply it, you definitely need to take your time, again, blending. Now I'm highlighting the tops of my cheekbones with the Becca Opal highlighter, the exact same color that I used as an eyeshadow all over my eyelid. And I'm putting that on the tops of my cheekbones, above the brow bone, above the arch of my cupid's bow, and then a little bit on the tip of the nose, just to even out the highlight. I love looking very glowy, and this highlighter definitely gets it done. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Clear Eyebrow Gel just to help my eyebrow hairs, I guess, stay in place because they can kind of move around sometimes, so just to prevent that from happening, I put clear eyebrow gel on them. Now I am applying lower lash mascara. This is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, and off camera I applied my Hydrangea Beauty Lashes in the style Angel, and now I'm finishing off my makeup with some lipstick. And this is the YSL Rouge Volupte Shine Lipstick in the color number 12, which is Coral Incandescent. As you can see, it's like kind of a bright orange lipstick, which I think looks really pretty on brown skin, and I absolutely love it. So now we are done with all of our makeup. And so just to seal the deal, I'm going to spray my entire face with Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And now I'm just going to fuss around with my hair a little. And no, I don't straighten my hair. My hair is naturally straight. That's how it is. I was born with it. And anyway, we are officially done with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. It was really fun for me to film, and I look forward to creating more videos for you guys. I love you, and I'll see you all very soon.